Alrighty guys, we got a garage project today. It's a 26 by 24. We poured the footings, I laid up the block. We also have a 12 by 12 mudroom. So, got Chelsea, we got the two guys, Drake and Luke, they're running the buggies. So Chelsea and I are just gonna pour it ourselves. We got about a foot of compacted sand in here, 6 mil Viz Queen, and 6 by 6 welded wire fabric, and fiber mesh in the concrete. So, it's a little chilly today, it's not ideal. We got 2% NCA, and we're gonna blanket it as soon as we can and keep it covered for probably about 7 days. So it's actually our second garage we poured this summer. It's typically we have like one a week, but this year has been all driveways and patios. So it's gonna be nice to get back to some smooth troweling. You ready?
Hey, oh.
I'm surprised you don't have a coat on.
I'm freezing.
Yeah, it's cold out. So I left the form out right here so that the guys could drive the buggies through. Once they get close enough to the end, I'll throw the form back in, they can dump over the sides. So I think we'll start with this mudroom. Get the small, annoying part done with. That's why I wanted to start here, warm us up.
You about done over there?
What?
I said, you about done over there?
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
We just got to get to a stake and then it's easy going because we got the vibro. So you'll see a lot of wire online. A lot of guys swear by it. A lot of guys think it's useless. The real answer is it works great, with the exception of most guys do not pull it up, so it just sits on the bottom. And because it's so flexible, you can't put chairs underneath it to hold it up. So the method I've found is you either have to pull it twice on a big job, like pull it as you're dumping, and then go back and do this right before you screed, or on this job, because I'm not worried about timing, because it's freezing out, I'm just doing it now, and I pretty much pull it like, not to the surface, but you can probably see it in the video, an inch from the top, because I'm going to walk on it and it will step down. So I've done it a lot, works out pretty good, and I usually end up seeing a couple sparks when I'm saw cutting, so that means it's by the time. Alright, time to get this treated off. Got the 10-foot Vibra Strike. It's an awesome brand. Just put a brand new motor on it last night. The Honda GX35. Because the old one was a little burnt out, but it's been probably 10 years at least. So, pretty good run, I'd say. Oh, it's weird, it actually starts. I like to go in the middle just to double check it.
Come along so much by myself.
What?
I don't think I've ever come along this much by myself.
You can tell them to hold up if you want, honey. Okay, look a minute. You hear that? It actually starts. Last job, it was huge. It was like, how many yards is Manchester? 50?
Yeah, I think so. 40,
It was 50. This is 7. And this broke. So I had to hand screed with that 10-footer right there, the whole thing. So I snapped after the job. I bought a brand new motor so that we never had that issue again. Because it was a backbreaker. Alright, come up behind me. Fill that hole over there. Over here, John Joe.
Nice.
I still gotta pull all that wire.
Okay.
Slide my speedboard out, please.
Oh my gosh.
Usually about now the sass begins. Just kidding.
What?
Oh, nothing.
What'd you say?
Nothing. You can also kind of use this as a hand screed if you got a delicate area. So a little bit of vibration, like that. All those jitters will float out. see that?
What?
How much extra we have?
Yeah,
2 pebbles.
and who come along the whole thing?
You did.
Exactly.
Nice job. You did come along the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of mud.
Yeah, I know.
That's 7
I just
times
experienced it myself. Thank you.
4.
Oh,
That's,
hey, whoa.
20. That's 31,000 pounds. You just pulled around.
It's 300,900 pounds more than me.
What?
Wait, I just said 300,000.
You added a 0. All right, that's it. We go home now. I wish.
Good one.
Now we gotta hope the sun comes out and power trowel it, and yeah, we got probably 6 more hours here. But the hard part is done. Alrighty guys, it's been probably about 2 hours, and the guys cut down the doorway, which basically just means sloping the outer bit that sits outside of the garage door. That way when rain hits the garage door, it flows out. We do have an 1/8 inch per foot pitching out of the garage, but we want even more than that outside of the doorway. So we call that cutting down the door. I'll show you guys some footage here. It's pretty simple. It looks really nice. We prefer it a lot more over the, I call it the Texas style, where they chop it down, or sometimes they put a form. There's a big bump and that edge really has a tendency to chip off. Or if you're riding a scooter, you're gonna Napoleon Dynamite it. So we just like cutting down the doors. Yeah, I think it's time to get the power trowel on. I do a test with my hand, kind of see how deep the fingerprints are. That's mainly just from experience. I can't really tell you guys the answer. I'd say maybe a 1/16 of an inch. And then I do the boot test. I walk around and I kind of look at my footprints. You should be able to see your footprints, but you don't want it like squishing around your boots. So gonna do that real quick to make sure it's not too early. This time of year is the hardest because it is impossible. You're either too early or too late. So I always err on the side of too early. So I walk kind of goofy like this, but I'm trying to make sure that my footprints land perfectly. And this is what it should look like, guys. You should see my footprints, but it should not be squishing out on the sides. This is actually perfect timing. So I'm gonna get the machine put on there. I brought back the MT100. It's our newest machine we just got. Gonna be doing a review on that soon. I've put about 10 hours on this one. I've ran the same model on a rental for probably 100 hours, so I'm very familiar with the machine. The specs are gonna be in the review video, but this thing is a beast, and we gotta do some dirt work over there. I brought it back. I figured I'm gonna be waiting in between hits because it's so cold out. So I wanted this to be able to get in the tight cubbies to do the dirt work. That way I don't have to come back because it's gonna rain tomorrow. And right now the dirt is nice and dry. All right, so these are the float blades. This is the first step. These are basically thicker steel, more like a hand float instead of a trowel. This is gonna knock down any ridges we have and make it nice and flat. I could hand hit this. It's not that big of a garage. I've hand hit probably 4 times this big before. But this does get it flatter, and to be honest, I really just want to for the fun of it because I have not had a chance to do many flat floors this year. Been sidewalks and driveways. All right, got all the leaves off. Hopefully they leave me alone. She's cold. So I don't know if you guys can hear me or if I'll be able to use any of this audio, but this is a high-speed machine. So I've got it on low throttle, which is still going crazy fast, but this machine gets it so flat. Hopefully the sun stays. And now we wait. Whew, really messed up this corner. No, I didn't. All right, now we gotta let it set. You can kind of see that there's a shine to the concrete. I just wait for that shine to go away. Then I'm gonna take the float blades off and hit it with the finished blades. Typically I would do a couple different passes, but A, this is a garage, so we have pitch, and B, Chelsea and I screeded it, so I know it's perfect. And I don't want to be here until midnight, literally. I'm gonna start moving some dirt while I wait, because I can't just sit there. I go crazy. I already am crazy, but I go really crazy. So this machine, guys, I want your advice. Please comment down below whether or not you know anything about construction. There's three options. One, leave it exactly how it is. You can see the paint is quite faded. This is 2001, so she's a little rough around the edges. She's my favorite machine, but she is rough around the edges. I can leave it exactly how it is until I get the money to buy a new one, clean it and wrap it, or do a series on restoring it and fully strip the paint and give it a new paint job, all new decals, that type of thing. Let me know down below what you guys think, what you'd want to see. There's a lot of variables. There's no winning, and people that say just leave it how it is. You also got to think about your reputation. You're on job sites. You want to impress your high-end clients. You don't want to be bringing something that's leaking everywhere. So you can say leave it how it is, but just know that that is not a easy answer, because that comes with its downfalls as well. All right, hopefully it is time to hit, because I'm ready to get home, get some soup or something warm. I am freezing. It's final grade for me. My estimates say within 6 inches of final grade. I don't typically do the topsoil. That's typically a landscaper's job, so it's that's good enough to keep all the water away. I got it pitching nice away from the foundation so that they can frame it and it won't be an issue. Let's see if she's ready. All right, time to knee ski. Hopefully my legs don't cramp up. It's been a while since I've done this, but Alrighty guys, that's a wrap on this garage. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for spending the time and watching. Hope you guys had fun. We will see you guys on the next pour.